All right, Libra. So clearly here you have had to find hope in some really, really difficult situations. And it's understandable that you are becoming impatient, right? So hope, anticipation, bright prospects, and wish. Now, impatience here is saying that you're doing the right thing, but don't push something right now. You're risking having things, kind of fall apart. The universe already knows what you want. Leave it alone. Continue on the path that you're on. But I get it, right? Especially if things have been extremely difficult for you and you've been holding out for hope that things are going to get better. And they are, but in its time. There are certain things that I think that you need to continue to do before you start to see the wishes being fulfilled here. All right, Libra, here's your overall. The Six of Swords, yeah. Speaking of coming out of difficult situations, here you go. But you need to continue. I think that that's the biggest thing here. But the Six of Swords being the overall is saying that you're moving into a calmer situation, though there may need to be some movement. Things clearly have not worked out in the past. And it's not a transition that I think that you expected to do, but this is moving away from conflict, smooth sailing, a calmer emotional situation. But it's going to require you to get in the boat. Oh boy, in the past, death. I love this death card too. I look at that and I think death is sitting there going, are we done yet, Libra? Are you done? Are you done mourning the shit that is long gone? Can we move on now, please? But this is something that has definitely come to an end in your life in order for there to be the transformation, right? But there is no going back. There is no going back to this. Now, this could have been a really difficult situation where it's just that was it for you. But you may have been in a place where you just kind of sat with it for a while and just weren't ready to move forward, which is why we're looking at the Six of Swords as the overall. But yeah, are we ready yet? I almost imagine death tapping his fingers on his skull oh, come on now. Oh my God. All right. In the present, the Hierophant. He's showing up a lot lately. So with the Hierophant, though, what I feel like here is, as much as this one bothers me, I really do think that this is going to be some kind of spiritual advice that I think is going to come through to you. Something that you're going to gain in terms of information that is going to help you understand how all of these are happening for you to have a better life. But we're also talking about, breaking convention here, I think, especially with death. The way that you've done things before has to change. Because if you can... Because I'm looking at the Hierophant and I'm thinking of Taurus, and I'm thinking of Taurus and Scorpio, for that matter, being very fixed in the way that they see things, the way that they feel about things, and with Taurus here, it's this is the way to comfort instability, but I don't think that works for you. But clearly there's something that you weren't ready to move on from before. You're getting there now. And with the Hierophant, I think that you're letting go of some old ideas more so than anything, because new information may be coming to you. And specifically, if I could talk right, in a spiritual way that's going to help you move on, right? But we'll see here. Okay. And I think that this is much needed. So when all of this kind of kicks off and you're on your way and you're moving away from this and what is dead and over with, you're going to have a moment of peace and recovery. You're going to do a lot of reflection, though, definitely on where you have been, what has come to, this ending, this major ending. But I think it's needed. It's going to allow you a chance to get some mental clarity here. And this may be you, though, cutting off communication with certain people, though, too. And saying that is enough. I need peace. I cannot be involved in these types of conflicts anymore. It's time for me to move on. your best path to follow, the Six of Pentacles. So the minor to the major being you. But I think that in terms of receiving assistance, I think it's going to be important for you to make sure that what you're giving out is balanced in terms of what you are receiving, right? And this could be you needing to focus on how much you've been giving to certain people, certain situations where you're not getting anything back. And these may be the things that, you know, you're needing to move on from. And I'm looking at these sixes and thinking of you coming out of all of these difficulties with the fives. You know, I almost look at the Hierophant and I think that for a lot of you, you've been through every single fucking five that there is. Every difficulty that you could have possibly been through, you have experienced. But you've learned so much about it. But I think that this one situation may have been like the breaking point, like this is enough, I can't keep continuing to do this. If I move on from this, this is it. But I do think that, you know, you're headed toward a much needed break, some rest and some reflection here, but you're also getting to a point where you're finally going to get what you deserve in terms of how much you have been giving out and sacrificing of yourself, which is funny because I'm seeing this a lot lately. Like, I think everybody feels like it's time now for these cycles to come to an end where we're giving, but we're not ever getting anything equal in return. Wow, man. Oh, look at it. Perfect. In your environment, the star. But it's only when you stop looking back at what hasn't been working. You know, that part of your life has to change. That era is over with death, right? But with the star, we're talking about hope being restored here. Emotional healing and balance. Washing all that bullshit off of you now. And spiritually, being in a place that is so much better. And here's what's interesting. Okay, so let's talk about Taurus and Aquarius here for a minute. So we have Uranus in Taurus right now. And that is the ruler of Aquarius. And I really do think that a lot of you are starting to break from old beliefs and old traditions that have been keeping you in this place of repeated patterns. Which is why death is sitting there going, come on now, Libra. You know, it's interesting to me. But you're moving to a more hopeful situation. I mean, you're headed directly toward it. I like it. I think it's perfect, and this is exactly what you need. Like, I feel like a heavy weight being lifted and you just kind of being able to breathe for a minute and seeing that this time what you are giving to yourself is going to, you know, give you some kind of return. You know, now for some of you, like, this could be changing career, changing relationship, actually moving, you know, whatever the case may be here. This is really about you needing to focus on the tangible results that you're getting, you know. But the star there is perfect. Perfect. And it's good. It's good. Okay, yeah. Your hopes and your fears, the Queen of Pentacles. Whether you're male or female here, the Queen of Pentacles is saying that, you know, you want to be independent. You want to be secure with yourself. You want to be able to manage what is going on in your life, taking care of yourself. But also feeling like you can handle this on your own. I do think that for some of you, you may be breaking away from certain people, possibly a relationship. But that's in order for you to heal. Now, for some of you, though, with the Queen of Pentacles being hopes and fears, you may have hopes and fears surrounding a person. You know, and again, male, female, you got Earth, you got Taurus, you got Aquarius, you got Scorpio, which is interesting because I didn't feel like I needed to point out any of the signs to anybody else but you. But yeah, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, this is more about, you know, what a lot of you are going to be internalizing here. And I always kind of get that feeling with her that, you know, if this is about a person, this is going to be about, you know, finally having somebody that you can depend on, that I think is going to give you, you know, some very much needed practical and realistic advice, you know, which is possible here. But more so, I feel like, you know, this is about you being strong and independent with yourself. But you need a break, man, for real. And then coming out the Eight of Pentacles, once you have a little bit of rest, man, you're going to be busting your ass and getting right back to work. But what I love about the Eight of Pentacles is that when we talk about putting in a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, the thing is that you see results with this. This is financial gain. It's also you being in a position where if this is about work, you are doing what you know how to do. And you become very proficient in that. Now, for some of you, it's I just need a break for a little bit so that I can get back to work on certain things in my life. For a lot of you, I think that this is career-centered. It's money, right? Are you getting what you're worth? And I think that that's where you're moving to. You're moving into this place where you finally get to be secure and independent and financially set. But I like the Eight of Pentacles, and I don't think that you're drowning yourself in work though either. But I think that, with impatience and hope, this is what you've been waiting for, something to break through for you where, especially financially, things feel good. And then the Three of Cups, and that's, I think this is why I kind of felt this way about the Queen of Pentacles. I almost wonder if this isn't somebody helping you kind of like get a foot in the door in terms of a certain career, or at least kind of like helping to support you for a minute until you kind of get like back on your feet. But this is definitely support coming through for sure. And this is where you're moving to. And it creates a healing situation for you for sure. Now, with the Eight of Wands and looking back at death, this is swiftly happening. But we're also talking about things that have been constantly fluctuating, I think, for you. Because with death, it kind of has this feeling of things just being up in the air all the fucking time. Like, that's enough, right? Now, this could also be, though, the communication that you've been waiting for finally coming through. But only after, you finally move on from something that is over with. Now, with the Two of Pentacles here, it makes sense, right? Moving into a place where we kind of have to manage some things here, being more aware of, your financial situation. My God, I'm telling you, communication is not my strong suit. Anyway, this is you kind of balancing things out, right? Like, I don't feel bad about this Two of Pentacles. I only feel bad that you've been in this place. And I think for a while, but we're finally breaking these habits and these routines and these same ways of doing things, right? And with the Star, we're getting more hope in terms of having a little bit more balance, right? But I do think that for a lot of you, you just need to give yourself a minute, like needing to take a time out to clear out your mind here before you fully start putting a lot of yourself into something, right? But I do think that this is career related for a lot of you, but there's the support, right? I don't think that this is third-party situations juggling two different things, right? Because this is, what is fair and balanced. I don't think that you're doing anything here that's not fair and balanced having to do with other people. I don't think that that's it at all. I think it's the support that you finally need coming through. And it's a chance to celebrate your accomplishments. And I do think that you have somebody that may be close to you that is like, hey, Libra, I'm here for you, right? Like, if you feel like you need to make a major change, let me help you for a minute, right? And it may take a little bit longer than what you expect, though, because I'm kind of looking back at impatience going, yeah, enough is enough, but you have to continue the hard work, right? The wishes will be fulfilled in terms of what you are wanting, but don't try to force anything right now. But you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. You have people that are like, yeah, it's like Team Libra, right? But I like it. It feels like there are a lot of things that are going to be lifted off of you. And then confidence, needing to have more confidence in yourself and your abilities, yeah. So expanding yourself and your awareness. But this could also be expanding, the people that you have in your life, right? The support system, things like that. But you are expanding yourself in a way where you get to treat yourself. This is also like, especially with the Three of Cups being there, finally getting to a place where it's like, okay, I'm going to celebrate my accomplishments, but I'm also going to, get myself something that's going to make me happy. Like, you're finally going to get to a place where you get to treat yourself to something that you may have been denying yourself. But again, it's also about treating yourself better, right? And definitely with confidence. If you've been lacking that, that is where you are going to benefit the most, by treating yourself better, having more confidence in yourself and your abilities. But things look like you know, they're getting more hopeful for you, right? I mean, the star and hope, it's perfect. But it's a long time coming. And I don't think that, you know, you're going to try to force anything here, but like, I get impatience. I think it's just a reminder here that, you know, Libra, just keep doing what you're doing right now, because if you try to change anything, it may take you off of the path again. And breaking trail, I like seeing this one, a breakthrough is at hand. So this is going to be difficult. There are going to be obstacles in the way, but you need to keep going. And as long as you keep doing that, there will be a breakthrough in this situation for you. And I do think that for a lot of you, it is about career. It is about money. It's about, you know, financial independence and freedom for sure. You know, but it takes a lot of hard work to get to that place. But I really believe that you are not alone. If you reached out to someone in particular, I think that you would be surprised to know that they are very much your friend and very much support you and very much want to see you succeed. I mean, even if this isn't about career and it's about leaving a relationship, everything is going to work out, right? But it's not going to be, you know, an easy ascension, so to speak. But there will be that breakthrough for you.